JavaScript is a object-oriented language. Remember well. As I said, arrays are already defined objects. JavaScript is an object-oriented language. Let have some examples of how to create the object and how to use it. Okay. So this is one example we have. Okay. So see, this is the function here. Here it is. Okay, let me execute it. We have three variables: car brand, car model, and car price. These three values. Okay. So here it is displaying one car. Here it is displaying another car. If suppose I want to change the design of any of the car, suppose brand of any of the car, so I have to go here and I have to type that, then it will work. Self-driving is just a function, right now I have not written any logic in that, just the right statement, and that function is called, and that's why only this part is executing. But let's say this is the car 1, this is the car 2. Suppose like this, in the showroom there are 100 cars. So should I repeat these statements 100 times? And you can understand that how much difficult it will be to manage such 100 into 300 lines. And that's why instead of going with the separate variables, can we group them together to define one class, car, and through that we can manage the objects. So this is not the demo, this is just showing you the need of object. To manage as many cars will be there, to manage the cars with these 3 lines repetitively, this will be difficult. That's why we are going to check for the. Okay. So how to define the object? How to define the object in JavaScript? This is an example. Suppose person in, I want to define a person as an object. So that person object equal to curly bracket. Then you have to define the variable name, colon, and its value, means attribute and its value, attribute and its value. Okay, let me talk to the function later on. Let me talk to the function later on. Let's say I want to print first name. So object is defined. I think this will be more easy for you to understand. And you also should keep the habit of writing the object like this instead of going for multiple lines. Okay. Fine. So here I have defined at the line number 4, I have defined one object, person. Person has 2 attributes, first name and last name. First name value is this, last name value is this. Let me now I am going to print that first name, means I am going to use the object. So how to use the object attributes? Variable object name dot its attribute. So let's check. Fine, you are getting the first name. Let's say it is a Raj. Yes. So this is the way to define the object. As many attributes you can write, colon, and its value. So do you understand that it is happening like class is directly instantiated here? It is building one class which has attribute fname, mname, and when we are defining the object, means it is creating the instance of that object with object reference person, and to that instance we are setting the values. Give me a quick reply if you understand defining the object. Defining the object.
Yes, sir.
Or okay, still now we have seen only the attributes. Let me reverse back now to add the function. Any class can have a function also, correct? So these are the two attributes. These are the two attributes, and one function is defined. Okay, but inside the class, you have to write the function like this. Show data is the function of this object, and then if you see at the line number 14, you can call that function person dot show data, and it is returning. Let me okay, it will print that value, and it is printing. So that's why this is the output. Let me change this output abc fname, so that fname is getting. So as we can access the variables attributes of the object, we can access the function also, like class that of reference name dot function, reference name dot function. So like this we can access the object's function. Okay, what I would like is now when you will design a calculator, you should use the objects. You should use the object, and inside that define different functions. See, what are the benefits of writing the objects? What are the benefits of writing the objects? It will be very convenient to manage those contents and the functionality of that. So object oriented features, you can use them like abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. Those features you can use, and that's why we should go with the objects. Tell me any confusion in defining the objects? Many times you will come across that objects have only the attributes, not the functions. But obviously you must know the variables and functions how to define. Just notice one difference. Actually, general function we write as a function keyword and then name of the function parameters. But when you are defining the functions within the object, you have to write the name of the function colon and mention that this is a function. Yes, you can pass the parameters to this. You can pass the value here, a comma b, like this. When you will call, you can pass those values, 10 comma 20. Let's say it returns a plus b. So now you are getting 30, as the 10 plus 20 is going here to this object, and it is doing the addition and printing that value. So give me reply if you understand this. Yes. Okay, great. So let's move ahead. One more example I have with me for object, and then we will move for the rest of the part. Okay, so this is where we can create more than one object references. See, one object I have created at line number 13, P1 of a person. Then another object, okay, then I am calling the show data function. Then next object and show data function. Here I want to introduce you a constructor. Suppose if I am using person as a class name, then you can see that I can define the constructor of that class. Constructor means which is having the same name as that of the class. And what is the use of constructor? To initialize the class variables. Let's say this person class has two variables, fname and lname. So this constructor we can use to set this function dot fname and this dot lname is equal to these past values. So when I will create the object of a person, and this is one more way to instantiate. In previous example, I'm going to the previous example. In previous example, we are directly assigning the values here. Now here we are going to assign a memory with a new operator, and with the constructor I'm going to initialize this object. So AAA will go in F name, BBB will go in L name, then those will be assigned to the class variable. So even though F names are same, this left hand side is a class variable and this is a function, local scope variables, parameters. Okay, and then show data is returning the name. Show data is returning the name. So when I will create first object and I call show data, it will print AAA. I am creating another object at line number 17, that is a P2, where I am sending two different two values, PQR and BBB. When P2.showData will call, it will display the PQR as a F name. So let's see what is the output. Fine. Are you getting the output? AAA from the first and PQR for the second call of show data by P2. Give me reply if you understand this. I hope due to the C++ concept clear, this is easy for you to understand. Still, if any query you can share here. You can ask any query if you have. But see, you will use in your project. You will use in your project objects wherever needed. See, you are knowing that Zento is going to visit our institute for placement of your batch, correct? In that they have given the syllabus, and if you remember at that time also I mentioned that Zento is very promptly using object oriented concepts in PHP. Similarly, obviously, and in JavaScript also they are expecting the object oriented. So you must start thinking for your project which you are doing for this lab. In that, where you will need the object as, let's say, student management system is the project. And then you will have one form which will take name, surname, address, marks. But when you will click on the button, those values should be set to the object. Means I expect that there should be a student object. If there is a project management, then name of the project, project ID, means project number, then project members, like this. That should be in the object. Managing the objects will be